Alright, we're going to go ahead and do a routine standard setup. Turn the switch on your ignition key. Let's refocus here. Alright, once you hear that second beep, then you can go ahead and start up your engine. It's a little hard to see, but top left corner goes from F1 to F4, top right corner goes from F5 to F8, bottom of the screen it shows F9 to F14, question mark, escape, and enter on your bottom right hand corner on your top EKS screen. Then you have your eco screen at the bottom for your telescoping configuration. This is on a Grove RT9150E for 150 ton. First initial setup, go ahead and hit escape. You're going to go up to this F5 crank configuration. Top left bottom, start up. F1 for your counterweight. Use your F5 and F6 arrows to change it. We're going to want 28.6, we're going to leave it as that. F2, outrigger configuration. Use your arrows to change it. We're going to use configuration A for that. Go off to F3 for your swing radius configuration. Use your F6 and F5 to go up and down, changing your off the front or 360. We're working all 180 degrees, so we're working 360 degrees. F4, reeving configuration, whether it's your block or your ball. We're switching over to mode 2. F5 and F6 to change your parts of line. Leaving it at one part of line because it's your auxiliary line. Go down to F9 for your RCL code. Use your F5 and F6 to input or change your RCL code. You could either do it one or two ways. You could go all manual, going from F1 to F4, and your jib status at F7, do it manual and input it manually, or you could do it automatically by inputting just your RCL code that you want based on the configuration load chart that you're gonna choose. Choose either one. Once you got your configuration set up, go ahead and hit enter. You're confirming your configuration. We're gonna go ahead and hit this question mark because we got that question mark blinking. We got two error codes. One of them says EKS5 not equal to ESX, so that means that your top screen isn't syncing with your bottom screen. We're going to go ahead and hit escape. Hit escape again. One more time. We're going to hit F8 on this one for a different submenu. We're going to see right here that it shows 50% on my 5th section. We're going to go to your lower screen, hit F5 for boom configuration, and we're going to see that right here they're all zeros. So our bottom screen sections are all at zeroed out, and your top screen is got 50% on your 5th section. So go ahead and zero that out by pressing F1 once. Zeros out the boom section on the top screen, and it's all zeros on your bottom screen. Alright, go ahead and hit escape on your bottom screen. Get back to your main menu and not your sub. On your top screen, go ahead and hit escape. We're going to check the configuration on F5, make sure everything's the same. Hit enter. Hit the question mark. Down to one error code, which is showing that you're some sort of jib connection. We're going to go ahead and confirm that we acknowledge it. Hit enter. Hit escape. Hit escape one more time. Confirm your configuration. Hit enter. Hit escape. This time we're going to hit F8. Everything's showing clear on the top screen. Just to confirm, I'm going to go ahead and on my left, behind my left stick, I have a lightning bolt which is a function lock. If I hit it once, it locks out all functions. As you see on your bottom screen here, it's all red. Every single time that you press each function, it activates it and it turns green. That means each function is active. I'm going to activate my auxiliary line, cable up a little bit, make sure everything's good. It's all cabling up. I'm going to activate my boom up section function. See if it booms up. And it's booming up. So all my functions are ready to go. Next thing that we're going to do is move on to the ecosystem. Once you're over here at the ecosystem, if you're just setting up, you just pulled in, you just picked your configuration, you set it up on your top screen, now you're ready to pull out your outriggers. Go over here. On your bottom screen, you have the same similar F1 to F4 on your left screen. F1 is for your limiters. F2 is for your information, crane information, oils, gas, hours, batteries, etc. F4 is your utilities. F5 is your boom configuration. F6 is your counterweight configuration. F7 is your outriggers, and F8 is your joystick configuration. We're going to go ahead and go to F7 because we're barely taking out our outriggers. There's our outriggers. Once we're on outriggers, each one that we select is the one that we want to activate. It takes a it's a dual function activation. So once you select which outrigger you want to do, you select down here F9 and F10 whether it's out or in. If you want to do two outriggers at a time, like F3, out or in, whether you're putting out your outriggers or setting out your stabilizers. So once you got it leveled up, go ahead and hit escape. This one's already set up, so I ain't got to do anything about it. Just to do a quick function, I'm going to go ahead and hit my two left side, and I'm going to pump it up just a little bit. Hold it if you obviously want to jack it up all at once. I'm just barely tapping. Alright, I'm set up, I'm level on my bubble, and I'm going to go ahead and hit escape. Now I got my outriggers out, set up, I'm level. All that's left is to configure my boom section based on what load chart that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go up here to F5, hit F5, and then at this point I'm going to go behind my right toggle stick, and I'm going to hit my extend function, and you're going to see that it lights up green, and then these zeros, F9 to F13, light up. At this point, I'm going to choose a configuration that I just randomly choosing for training purposes. I'm going to hit it. It's going to activate all my boom sections. Doesn't matter which button you hit. You press it again, it changes. Goes up to 100, 50, 100, back to 0. I'm choosing my fourth and fifth section to be at 50. Once I've chosen the configuration that I want, based on the load chart that you chose, go ahead and hit enter. You're going to see that all the numbers have to turn green, and you're going to see these two arrows that says you are ready to go ahead and scope out. Once you are ready to scope out, you can press the gas and scope out. You're going to see initially your telescope disengage, turn red, while your telescopic pins are still locked in. You're going to see your inside telescopic move into position, disengaging your outside telescopic pins, and your inside telescope pins are locked in. That means it's locked into the section, to the fifth section, and it's telescoping out. Since we're only going 50%, that number near the right side of the screen is going to be around 16 to 17 feet. Once it reaches that, your telescopic outside pins are going to engage, turn green, and your telescope pins inside are going to disengage and turn red. And once they do that, your telescope is going to scope right back in, down to the bottom, and go back down to 0. And you'll see that happen here in just a second. Right there on automation, it's already telling them that it's going to go ahead and engage your outside pins. It's engaging your telescopic pins, outside ones, and it'll start going back out. It disengages your telescope pins for your inner cylinder, and it's going to go right back down and get that next section. And I'm still maintaining scope out position. I'm going to go ahead and cable down a little bit, that way I don't block my ball whenever I'm scoping out. Right there, it's disengaging your outside pins so it can lock into your next boom section. And it's scoping out that fourth boom section. Once that fourth boom section is in place, it's going to engage your telescopic pins that lock it into place, and it'll once again disengage your telescope pins so your inside cylinder can go and retract back to your base position. Once again, that second section, since it's about at half, it's probably going to be around 16 or 17 feet. I'm always following the direction of the arrow. No matter in what direction the inside cylinder, your telescope cylinder, goes. Right there, your telescopic pins are locking into place. So it's locking the boom section into place, and I am locked into place, and I have finalized the movement. I let go of my handle, and there it is. I am set at the configuration. Whenever you know is that both the arrows here are red, and this turns red because the automated function of telescoping out into that configuration is set and complete. When you know if you're locked into place is when both your telescopic and your telescope pins are locked and engaged and green. And I guess the 50% would be at 18.42 feet. And that is how you set up, configure your top and bottom screen. Once that is done and you're configured to the amount of scoping out that you're going to do, crane configuration that you're going to set up, go ahead and hit escape right here, the bottom right hand corner, because you're done there, and you are ready to make a lift. Go ahead and switch out your telescope function and turn the function on for booming up and down behind your right trigger stick. And on your left, I got my auxiliary activated already, and I will go ahead and activate my swing. And now I am ready to do a lift. That is a full setup. Thanks for watching.